the channel, and this is, I just did a video with Angelina with, she did a little jazz festival. It looks like it was probably at her school or near her school, because there was a lot of young kids there up front. But as I was finishing the video up, I was just, actually it was just concluding, and James called, James Thiel. And he and I talk on a regular basis, and he called with some news, and I just he asked me if I was recording, and I said yeah, and he's okay with it being on air. He always has been, actually. Very open and very willing to share anything. So I just let it run. I had to cut out a big chunk in the middle, unfortunately, because I had, as I was trying to open up my mail program, a bunch of medical information popped up, and I didn't think that was probably a good thing to have on the internet. I don't know why. What do I care? I mean, I do videos where I show my chest and my incision and talk about it, so I don't know why, but I just thought, well, maybe there might be some sensitive information in there I probably maybe shouldn't have out. Who knows? So anyway, so I cut out a big chunk, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe someday I'll put it all back in and then show the whole thing. But for now, what we have is James had this video that we're looking at here now almost completed, and something happened and he lost it. Fortunately, he had a backup, so this is not the completed version that he's going to put out, but it is close. He's got more work to do. Mostly, it sounded to me like the detail stuff. But yeah, he's quite an artist. He has quite an eye. As you see in my red boxes down below there, he's just got a talent, a skill, and the ability to sit and do endless hours of editing, adding, changing, deleting, you name it, adding all kinds of effects. He just has that eye. I'm a carpenter. If I can't fix it with a hammer and a nail, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm also a plumber, but that adds a pipe wrench to the mix, right? So yeah, James just has a creative ability well beyond anything I could aspire to achieve. Okay, so let us go ahead and watch this. Enough yapping, and this is already in that other video, the whole thing, but I thought I'd just do it separately just so you guys could see it. Plus, James is going to put out a completed version sometime soon, so hopefully you guys will all be on the edge of your seat like I am, waiting for the next one to come out. That'll be the completed one. So let's go ahead and watch. Okay guys, let's enjoy the video together then, you and me.
If I were a boy, even just for a day, I'd roll out of bed in the morning and throw on what I wanted and go drink beer with the guys and chase after girls. Kick it with who I wanted, and I never get confronted for it, 'cause they stick up for me. If I were a boy, I think I could understand how it feels to love a girl. I swear I'd be a better man. I listen a boy, I would turn off my phone tell everyone it's broken, so they think that I was sleeping alone. I put myself first and make the moves as I go, 'cause I know that she'd be faithful, waiting for me to come home, to come home. If I were a bird, I think I could understand how it feels to love a girl. I swear I'll be a better man. No, no, no. It's a little too late for you to come back. Say it's just a mistake. Think I forgive you like that. If you thought I would wait for you, is that right? Oh, but you're just a boy. You don't understand. Oh yeah, how it feels to love a girl. Someday you wish you were a better man. You don't listen to her. You don't care how it hurts until you lose the one you wanted. 'Cause you're taking her for granted, and everything you have got destroyed. But you're just a boy.
Okay, well there you have it, in beautiful full screen. And yeah, James, you know, I don't know, most of you aren't video editors, okay? Neither am I really. I mean, I do some, but I keep it simple because then I can understand it and do it. The amount of time, effort, and I guess you got to have focus too, just be able to stick. All that takes an enormous amount of time. The first thing is, if you haven't done it before, like James is learning how to do certain things as he goes, and then now it's part of his repertoire after that. And if you keep using it, you get better at it and quicker at it and everything else. But if you only use it on occasion, then you almost got to relearn it every time, right? So James spends hours and hours and countless hours, and he's up all night sometimes, just working focused and doing these videos. And you can tell they're beautiful. I don't spend that amount of time on it. I really don't. I mean, it takes me from start to finish to do an average video. I would estimate it probably takes me maybe 2 hours, possibly a little bit more than that. Most of that time is downloading and uploading from one thing to another, and that takes anywhere from half an hour to 40. It can take longer. It depends on how long the video is. But that eats up a big chunk of that time. It's just waiting to be able to move to the next step. And as far as the actual doing it, I try to keep it simple, and that's because I'm a simple guy. I'm a carpenter, right? Okay, you measure the length of the 2x4, you cut it, you nail it to another 2x4. That's an oversimplification, but it's close enough. And we don't use nails anymore anyway. We use mostly screws. But it doesn't matter. Screws hold better than nails for the most part. Well, some nails hold pretty good, but generally speaking. So, yeah, that's a beautiful video, man. I mean, he's just got it. I've always said it since the very first time James ever did anything. I said, you got an eye, man. You've got an eye for things, and he also has demonstrated that he has a gift and the ability to sit there for countless hours and do this kind of stuff. So why am I promoting James on my channel? James is a good friend. You know how I met James? I'll tell you a quick story. I was going to Angelina's first concert in the United States in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and did I say the right town? Portsmouth. I like to say Portland for some reason. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and my plan was to drive the 7 hours it would take to get from my house to that venue. I was going to drive there up in the morning of the concert, be involved in the dancing in the park thing and all the other stuff. I wanted to talk to people in line, which I did. I did all this stuff. Went to the concert, then talked to people afterwards. And then I was going to drive home. That's a great plan, isn't it? After being busy all day long, I'm old, and but I got a fair amount of energy anyway. But the drive up, leave at like 2 o'clock in the morning, drive up there, and then drive home and probably not get home till dawn, right? And yeah, that was a great plan. So James had actually he had somebody who was going to go with him that didn't go, so he had an empty bed in his room. So he asked if I would be interested in that bed. So I ended up going up the night before, getting a good night's sleep, which made all the difference in the world, I'm telling you. And then I spent the night again, and then left the next morning. So James was, his offer of the room basically set that day up, that September 22nd of last year, to be what I have termed ever since then as my best day ever, with one exception, two exceptions, the birth of my two kids. Witnessing that fits in a whole different category, but I can't say that it can be topped by very much. So, at least nothing else I've experienced. So so that the best day ever. Why? I was surrounded by people that were all positive. We're all happy. We're all kind. We're all willing to help. They were nice. Okay, man. I mean, I live in a rural area where people are pretty nice, generally speaking, anyway. But not like that. Okay, and you knew while you were in there that you were part of a group of people that were like-minded. We were all there for Angelina, and that was our common interest. Okay, and it brought us all together, and to make it happen. To do whatever we could to make that day a great day for Angelina. And boy did it work. Steve Ackerman, Barry Souter did a great job putting that Dancing Angels in the Park thing together. And James was there. James did a lot of filming. Good thing he did, because the filming that I did, the sound wasn't hot. So I had a new phone, a new system, and then the phone was way up where I couldn't see it, and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, somehow I must have muted it, or somebody did, me or somebody else. It doesn't matter. It all worked out okay anyway, but it's like, at the moment, it's like, you gotta be kidding. All this work, all this preparation, and then there's no sound. And, but we were able to take the sound that we had from other people's devices, like James and other people, and put it in there. So it wasn't the end of the world. Close. But the thing was, see, everybody came together. We had Bob Palmer was the sound guy. He set up. It was unbelievable. The parking lot was quite a ways away. I don't know if you remember seeing the video. But when I got out of my car in the park, I had to change that day 4 times in parking lots. I had to change in the parking lot. So there I am out there standing there down to my skivvies, putting on a different set of clothes to do the next thing, And oh, I have no shame. So I get out of my car and I could hear Angelina music playing, and it was like, what, 900 feet, 1,000 feet, something like that. I don't know how far apart it was, but clear as a bell. Clear as a bell. Not too loud. It wasn't like blaring. It was like perfect amount of volume, and you could hear everything crystal clear. And Bob was playing that Angelina music, and everybody that was walking up there was saying, they were listening, oh, who's that? People didn't know her. People are just walking from the city there, walking in the park. Oh, who's that? They were stopping by and they're asking questions, and it was beautiful, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Bob did a ton of work to get that sound stuff there, to get it in there, to set it up, to make sure everything was working right. And he was just one of the other great assets that we had there that all worked together to pull that off. And Steve Ackerman and Barry Souter, as I said, were the brainchilds of that. and you know, they provided the appropriate guidance where needed to try to basically. When you're working with me, it's a little bit like herding cats, okay? I'm here, I'm there, I'm over there, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's how I operate. So I'm kind of I'm one of those guys that are kind of a fly by the seat of the pants guy. So anyway, it was a great day. How did I get on that topic? Because James Thiel offered me the room to spend a night with him, and we got to be friends after that, and we've been friends ever since. And so Angelina is now, I can credit Angelina with helping to increase my friend list with some great people. So there you have it. I'll quit talking now. You guys probably all, I hope you enjoyed that video, man. I'll tell you, it's just a beautiful thing. It's a work of art. Okay, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stop by James's channels. It's right there underneath his name, and you can look at all the videos that he's made. And you know, make sure you got maybe a bowl of popcorn, something to drink. Put your slippers on or take them off, whichever way you like to do it, and sit down and take a little time and enjoy some great creative stuff. It can, and I think it does and it will, inspire you. Okay? All right, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.